Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into two of the most profound and, honestly, often confused symbols in Hinduism, the Shiva Linga and the Jyotirlinga. One is something you can find in almost every town and village, while the other marks 12 of the most sacred spots in all of India. So, what's the real difference? Let's get into it.
So here's what we've got lined up. We're going to start with the Shiva Linga, that universal symbol. Before we explore this incredible myth of an infinite pillar of light, that's going to lead us straight to the tales of the 12 sacred flames, how they are still so alive in our modern world, and what it all really means at the end of the day. All right, first up, the Shiva Linga. This has to be one of the most common and instantly recognizable sacred icons in all of Hinduism. You see it everywhere, right? From these massive ancient temples to tiny, humble roadside shrines, it's just this constant, tangible presence of the divine.
So what is a Shiva Linga, really? Well, the Sanskrit word linga just means a mark or a sign. So it's not meant to be a picture of the god Shiva. Think of it more as a signpost pointing towards him. It's often called the form of the formless, which is a beautiful idea. It's a physical object that helps us bridge the gap and connect with a divine reality that actually has no shape, no limits at all.
And that brings us to the big question, right? There are literally countless Shiva Lingas all over the world, and every single one is sacred. So what is it that makes just 12 of them so special, so spiritually charged, that they get set apart as Jyotirlingas, these incredible lingas of light?
To really get what a Jyotirlinga is, we have to go way back. There's this foundational myth from the ancient Shiva Purana, and believe me, this story is the key to unlocking the whole thing.
Okay, so the legend goes that the creator god Brahma and the preserver god Vishnu were in this huge argument about who was the supreme being. Then, all of a sudden, this blinding, absolutely infinite pillar of pure fire, the Jyoti, just erupts right between them. So they make a deal. Brahma turns into a swan and flies up to find its top, and Vishnu becomes a boar and burrows down to find its base. But both of them failed. Neither could find a beginning or an end. That cosmic pillar was Shiva in his true, limitless form. And that pillar of fire, that is the very first, the ultimate Jyotirlinga.
And this idea has some seriously deep roots. We can see things that might be precursors way back in the Indus Valley civilization, these ancient cylindrical stones. The idea also pops up in Vedic hymns to the Skamba, a cosmic pillar holding up the entire universe. It's not until around 500 CE that the idea gets fully coded, with the Shiva Purana naming the 12 primary Jyotirlingas that, to this day, create a sacred pilgrimage circuit all across the country.
So these 12 Jyotirlingas, they are believed to be the exact sacred spots where that infinite divine light from the myth actually touched the earth. They aren't just symbols, they are destinations. Each one is sanctified with its own totally unique story and its own divine presence.
The Shiva Purana lists 12 of these primary sacred sites, and they are spread all across the Indian subcontinent. From the snowy peaks of the Himalayas all the way down to the southern coast. They create this incredible spiritual network of light that really unites the entire country in faith.
Let's take a look at a really powerful example, Mahakaleshwar, in the ancient city of Ujjain. The story here isn't about Brahma and Vishnu. It's about a demon who was threatening the local devotees. And it's said that Shiva literally erupted from the ground to protect them, manifesting as Mahakala, the absolute master of time and mortality itself.
And this directly connects to the temple's incredibly unique pre-dawn ritual, the Bhasma Arti. During this ceremony, sacred ash is offered to the linga, and it's this really powerful, visceral reminder of life's impermanence, and of Shiva's role in that whole cycle of creation and dissolution. Then if we go way down south, you've got Rameshwana, a site tied directly to the epic Ramayana. Here, it's believed that Lord Rama himself actually fashioned a linga out of sand just to worship Shiva before his huge battle with Ravana. This Jyotirlinga really embodies the power of pure, unwavering devotion.
Okay, so this brings us to the most important point. While every single Jyotirlinga is a Shiva Linga physically, their spiritual meaning is worlds apart. A Shiva Linga is the universal symbol, a representation that can be created and installed by human hands. But a Jyotirlinga is believed to be Swayambhu. That means self-born. It marks a spot where the divine presence just emerged all on its own, a direct, fiery manifestation of Shiva's light right here on Earth.
And you might be thinking, okay, this is all ancient myth.
But these concepts are so far from being just dusty old stories or historical footnotes. No way. They are vibrant, living centers of faith that are still evolving and thriving in our modern world.
And here's why this matters so much today. These places are not static museums. They are dynamic hubs of daily worship. They are major destinations for millions of pilgrims. They're centers for cultural and spiritual tourism, and they're incredibly important symbols of national heritage that are now thankfully the focus of modern conservation and development efforts.
A perfect example of this is the Kashi Vishwanath Temple in Varanasi, one of the most revered Jyotirlingas. The recent Kashi Vishwanath Corridor project was this massive undertaking, using modern urban design and engineering to completely redevelop the ancient temple area, making it so much more accessible for the millions of pilgrims who visit every year.
And the symbol itself, wow, it just continues to fascinate people. Its simple, elegant shape has inspired a lot of modern thinkers to draw parallels with scientific models. You know, everything from the ellipsoid shape of a galaxy or a cosmic egg to the actual structure of an atomic nucleus. It just goes to show you the form's enduring power to create new layers of meaning, even now.
So, after this journey through myth and history and modern faith, what's the single most important thing to take away from all this?
It really boils down to this simple idea: a stone and a flame. The Shiva Linga is the universal stone, the symbol that makes the divine accessible to everyone, everywhere. But the Jyotirlinga, that's the sacred flame. It's a specific destination where that infinite divine light is anchored to the earth. One is a representation, the other is a direct manifestation. And that really leaves us with a final thought to chew on. Just think about the incredible, enduring power of such a simple, abstract form. How can one shape, this smooth, rounded pillar, hold so many infinite layers of meaning? Everything from origin myths and sacred geography to modern science, and really the deepest questions we have about spirituality.